Everybody, so right now what I'm doing is I'm driving the streets. Right now I'm on Spring Street. I've done a few properties over here, and the project that we're interested in, or I'm interested in, is on Summit Street. So what I usually do is I drive the streets for a while. I drive up and down. I look how many flips I see, what the prices are going, what's the square footage, what does a 2-1 look like, what does a 3-1 look like, and what does a 3-1.5 bedroom look like, 3-bedroom 1.5 bathroom look like, and what the price range is going and what the average is. So this way I get a good feel of the neighborhood. I'm looking for a lot of tall grass, I'm looking for a lot of construction, I'm looking for who's out in the street right now. It is about 10:43 a.m. What is going on in the neighborhood? Are the crews going to be safe? Is equipment going to be safe? And I do all of this before I go in a house. I really go by what I feel. I know these streets very well. I already know I'm excited about working at Summit Street. This is a really hot neighborhood in Petersburg right now. Both Spring, Summit, and Ferndale, we've done really good on acquisition. Hi guys, all right, so I'm at one of the houses today and met Mr. Frank. Mr. Frank's over here. So we found a house for us and him. He is getting ready to join Wealth Builders as well. So one of the things I'm looking at is just the front condition. I start from the front house. Like, I know that step is going to cause us an issue because it's too long of a drop. I know this deck is going to need work. So because I know these numbers and I know the numbers Jocelyn has with the construction company, I already know what that's going to cost us. I'm also looking at windows. I'm looking for vinyl windows. I like to replace windows and make sure that they're brand new for the new homeowner. Then I step back and then also looking at the roof. I already know that moss and everything growing over there, you know, that roof is saturated and we're probably gonna have to put a new roof on there. We see a tarp over there. I know it's gonna cost us probably about $3,500 for that roof. Landscaping is gonna cost us about $800 to $1,000. So then I'm gonna go ahead and walk in, guys, and start really looking at the house. As you can see, there's some work here again, so I already know this deck is gonna cost us some. When I walk in as well, I feel the floors. You can't feel them on my shoes, but I do feel a lot of dipping, so I know there's some floor joists. All of this has like a mold or mildew substance. I know we're gonna have to demo all this, which is gonna increase my cost a little bit, and we're gonna sheetrock all this. We have texture ceiling, but I'm okay with it. This is very cosmetic type stuff. I'm gonna go in here and look at the bedrooms. We got some water damage, and that's probably where the tarp is. So I know this is gonna be a little bit more expensive. And again, you know, there's a lot of moisture issues because the HVAC is not on. But the good news is, even though the HVAC isn't on, which costs us a lot usually, is actually to run the ducts. But we have the air handler here, which means we have ducts in here. So it's gonna bring our cost down a little bit. I walk into this next room. This is a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom on Summit Street, which I know that street very well, and I feel like we're gonna do really good. I just said, hey, 50 grand is about what we could do. So we'll see if we could get it for that. Bathroom, again, fully remodeled. Our guys do this very well. Some of the doors need to be replaced, not all of them. Sorry about that. Trim. I want to replace all the trim. We'll see how that goes. And next big step is the kitchen. And what I'm going to do is go to that panel box right there. And what I'm looking for 200 amps. I'm pretty sure it's 200 amps because we have an HVAC system already connected. But this could cost us an extra $1,200 if it is not 200 amps. And then there it goes. That 200 right there. That's the gold mark. So we're not going to have to update that. But we're gonna have to do a lot of sheetrock repairs. We're gonna have to fix these joists. But this is well within our team's ability to turn this house and make it a great house. Here goes another thing we're always looking for. Meter box, meter base. Making sure it is there. And then you'll see that beat up HVAC system. It's gonna have to be a swap out. That's okay. You know, we could take care of that. That's not gonna be a problem. And then jump, the deck, holy cow. You know, I would probably extend this deck, make it a little bit better because I know I'm gonna get a higher appraisal value with more porch back here. Has a long, nice yard, which are normal over here on Summit and Spring Street. They have nice long backyards and plots. Gutters need to be replaced. The exterior needs to be paint. and just walking it. I will call the construction team and Jocelyn out here, and they're going to give me a better quote. But I'm estimating that, hey, be ready to put $50,000 in this, Dustin, at least maybe 45, and it's probably going to be a 150 house, 159 house. We'll see how it goes though. All right, guys, I hope this video helps and you get to see what I'm doing on the weekends and during the week. Not just sitting in the office, not just doing Zooms, not just on the computers, but I'm actually out here getting after it, finding that deal for not only myself, America's dream, my partners, but also you guys. This is a lifestyle. I'll end my day, treat myself at a nice restaurant, head home, write up a little bit of report, some notes for myself, make sure my calendar is right, and enjoy the rest of the weekend. All right, guys, hope this helped. Bye. All right, everybody, so I'm back in the car, drove out of the neighborhood. When I get out of there, we are in a little pricing battle. So there is a wholesaler that offered $45,000. He is also willing to pay taxes. That house that you guys just saw has $7,000 in back taxes. We end up actually offering $60,000. I sent Frank over there right now and said, get in his face, bring an MLS contract, explain to him the difference between us and that wholesaler, and let's lock this deal in. So I'm excited. Hopefully he get that done and get that taken care of. And so I wanted to talk about numbers and spreadsheets and all those cool things that everybody utilizes. So think about it at this level. You know, it does take time to get here. I've seen hundreds and hundreds of houses, and I've made a lot of good decisions, a lot of bad decisions, and just kind of stayed in my pocket. But I don't have a big tracker. I don't have this spreadsheet, or I don't pay $50 a month for this calculator and all these other things, because I kind of consider myself as an expert at this point. You know, the carpenter doesn't show up with a whole bunch of calculations to get his things done. A basketball player kind of knows and is intuitive with the game and the sport. An electrician doesn't have in his pocket, a really good licensed electrician doesn't have in his pocket all the color codes. So yeah, I am able to calculate that entire house and do a scope of work in my head and understand closing costs, holding costs, ARVs, lending costs, and the construction and everything that lays in it within those few minutes that I'm in that house. You need to get in there, you need to get out of there quickly, you need to get the offer on the table. Because if it's a good house, it's a good deal, and I'm at the base level. And when I say base level, that means I am working directly with the seller, not a wholesaler. I'm competing with the wholesaler. But the difference is the wholesaler, if they make $2,000, they're happy. I'm trying to make $40,000, $50,000. I'm trying to build wealth for a team or myself or a group. So I am at a disadvantage. The wholesaler is kind of acting as they are us, saying that, hey, we are the investors. We do have all this capital lined up. We do all these. You should have heard the elaborate story that the wholesaler told this seller. And none of it's true. We kind of looked them up, try to figure out who they are, but we do know it's definitely a wholesaler on the active end, and they're offering them anything they can just to get this deal. Come back a little bit later, beat him up on price, or why he can't get this deal sold to an investor. So he's going to end up coming down on price. It's hard for us to help him understand that as a seller, the situation they're in, because we're just looking at the highest and best. And it takes a lot of rapport, trust, and credibility to be built really quickly, come in with strong numbers, get them fast, and talk from a professional standpoint. So I hope this video helped. I'm going to hear charging a little bit longer. And I'm going to go get me some food, get back home, finish up the report, like I said, and enjoy my weekend. Hopefully I see you guys on Wednesday. Hopefully this video helped.